where I was
This
just
is a project
showing
with Bro for You.
Pro for You. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And this is exactly what I've shown it to him. Like, because they were looking for the flavor, like what kind of this person, like what exactly kind of work that this guy does, right? So
Right.
I just presented him like what was
Why
my
don't you explain
thought
your
process.
project as well? The project that you
Sure,
did
sure.
for Bro for You.
Exactly. So I'm telling the story in terms of like he just wanted to see that how exactly he's looking at those things, right?
Yeah.
So I told him like Profoyu was one of those companies which were into hyperlocal market, right? Hyperlocal market, as in let's say you wanted to book a plumber, so you basically go to the app and book according to the timings and stuff like that. So that's what the company does. And the idea over there was to have a major revamp because since there were like a lot of competitors that were coming at that point of time in this zone. So even they were like, they started for 2 years, but there was no major revamp or anything like that. And they wanted that change to come in terms of the branding as well as the UI. Those stuff, right? At that point of time, the idea was to basically have a uniqueness in the brand, the
Yeah.
adaptability of the design culture, which I kind of brought in to say, okay, this is what we need right now. Like, like we
Right.
need some ways to prototype things first and then move on to something like that. At that point of time, we had Adobe XD where we used to click through and those stuff, right? So we started off with building the wireframe with my CTO, who was also looking at the product at that point of time, and we were like doing first sketches like how exactly it should look and what are the changes that we might need over there. So
Right.
we were layouting things like what are the major stuff over there, and then how these home pages are made where you basically have cross sell,
Do you have the
upsell.
Figma file for
uh,
these to share?
I don't have it right now because this
Okay.
was done very well and it was actually done in Photoshop,
Sure.
to be
No
very
problem.
honest. So that's all. So
Yeah.
we were, uh, in the homepage, like there needs to be cross sell, upsell in terms of our product, the things that are coming from outside and all those things. We were layouting those stuff where we also don't wanted a clutterness in the product, but we were thinking about the, like how we utilize spaces and all those things, like very basic stuff with the guy, right? Uh, then we moved on to like this was kind of like the intermediate page. We used to call it as an intermediate page or the decision making page where the layout has to itself explain why you should book this like the category, right? This was, let's say, for the wedding photographer is the example over here where we showed this much of rating that we have got in as an overall rating for our services as a wedding product. uh, all the stuff we went on to getting a clubbed testimonials from other people and clubbed it over here this is what the people are talking about, right? And then in general, we went ahead to have that uniqueness for
Right.
the brand. We went on to do a customized icon set, uh, which not only solves the problem in the product but also helps anyone to recognize okay, if there's this icon set, probably it's about Grow for You. And
Yeah.
then this icons were also used for in the marketing segment, and basically you create a system around it so that everyone in the company can also use it for their purposes and stuff.
Right.
So, and this is how the mobile versions look like, and the different pages that I've laid out. So I was this is exactly what I've shown to get the internship at Qubole at first point, right? So yeah, I can probably share the link after this.
Yeah.